What advice ruined your life? My youth group leader taught us that good Christian girls should never say no to any request from a man because refusing was considered rebellious against God's natural order. Pastor Amos had run our youth ministry for 15 years and had untouchable authority. His much younger wife sat silently in every meeting looking dead inside, and everyone knew she'd been one of his first youth group girls, his favorite, he'd say, stroking her head like she was a dog. During one of our meetings, Pastor Amos stood up and announced, "Girls, I need to teach you about true biblical submission because the world has corrupted your understanding of what God expects from women." He opened his Bible and started reading from Ephesians, but then he looked directly at us and said, "Every time you girls refuse a man's request, you're basically spitting in God's face and telling him his design was wrong." According to Pastor Amos, godly women were created to serve all men, not just their husbands, and saying no to any male request was the same prideful sin that cast Satan out of heaven. He said, "If I hear that any of you ever say no to a man, under any circumstances, I will make sure you feel God's wrath sooner rather than later." I was terrified, and I said, "Yes, Pastor," in unison like the other girls. But living under this expectation turned my life into a nightmare. I became every man's victim and couldn't protect myself from anything. When my brother's friend cornered me in our basement and demanded I let him touch me wherever he wanted, I stood there and let it happen because I couldn't let Pastor Amos hear that I'd refused and been rebellious against God. When a man at the grocery store told me to follow him to his car so he could show me something, I walked with him even though every instinct screamed danger, and I only escaped because Hector, the pastor's son,